Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. My name is Pasini. Today is December 29th, 2020. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content and come back for more. Today, I want to talk about defects, things that could affect your seller performance or your seller account in some cases. And I just want to go over some things with you, share some information that I recently came up with. And I just thought I'd put it out there, especially if you are thinking about selling on eBay, or maybe you are an eBay seller. You may want to stick around and hear me out if you got the time. Well, first off, I want to say thank you for stopping by and checking out my YouTube channel. For those who are new, I do the reselling news and Let's Talk eBay. I'm also a vlogger as well. So if you want to be a little more knowledgeable about eBay and how to be a better seller and how to stay and stay in with the eBay's community guidelines and rules and regulations, I like to share the information with you guys. So I hope you check it out. I hope you'll subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated, so when I post that new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. Okay, what brought this on? Well, recently, as you can see here, December 17th, I requested to remove a defect. What had happened was, just to give you a little insight about this particular item, this Fashion Queen nautical dress towel, had a mark on it. Okay, when I took a picture of it in the beginning, everything was fine. It was in a storage facility. I don't know if somebody picked it up, had ink on the fingers, some kind of marking, whatever. It kind of like damaged the blouse, left a mark on there. So with that, I contacted the buyer to let them know that I can no longer sell this item to them because it had a mark on it. And I explained that there to eBay, and I'd been very definitive in what I had to tell them, and I was hoping to get it removed. But anyway, the next day, I shouldn't say not even the next day, within that same day, I believe, yes it was, I received this message here, December 28th. Okay, I put in for it. I should have done it sooner, but I did. And as you can see here, the date's right there, December 28th, 2020. It goes on to say your question about late shipment or defect removal. It goes, hello shop shop RJ Pasini for great deals. Thank you for contacting us about the cancel transaction defect you received for the following transaction. Transaction ID gives you transaction ID there, and whatever the item number. It says we reviewed your request to remove the cancel transaction defect related to this transaction. And it says, then it goes on to further say, it says we cannot remove it in this instance as is an indicator of a less than positive buying experience. We understand you may feel that you did everything to take care of your buyer, right? But it says, please note, this decision is final and cannot be changed or escalated. Okay, and then it goes on to say you have to avoid issues like this in the future. Make sure your items that your items are in stock, so you don't need to cancel any orders. If your buyer has an issue with the item, you should work with them to solve it. And I did. I contacted the buyer, telling them that I'm going to, I need to, what do you call it there? I need to, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my mic over here. I need to cancel out the transaction because the item had a mark on it. And this is the feedback I got back from eBay. I like eBay, but sometimes it's not a level playing field with them. They got funny ways of doing things as far as I'm concerned. Even though I've been with them for over 20 years, you would say, well, you think by now the person would have a better understanding of how the company operates. Well, I do. I do and I don't. For example, this situation here could happen to any one of us. For example, you're selling an electronic item here. For example, I got this little radio over here. All right. It doesn't come. This one does come with the case. It comes with a box, and it comes with the the packaging material and everything. But suppose it didn't. All right. Let's say I sell this item. It's in perfect working condition. There's not a flaw on it, not a scratch, and nothing on it. And somebody in the facility moves a box or moves an item. Now they're going there to pick this item up. Okay, which is not for sale, by the way. But they're going there to pick this item up, and somewhere along the line, the thing gets damaged or broken. Or let's say it gets a scratch on it, something falls on it, scratches it. you got to know. I'm going to notify the buyer, or you would notify the buyer, hopefully, and tell them, hey, the item you purchased got damaged, or we had a flood, or there was an electrical fire, whatever it may be, and therefore you need to cancel out the order. You would think eBay would take that into account and say, hey, I understand that there, and remove the defect. Not eBay. They don't care. If you read if you read what I wrote over here, really brief, it doesn't scroll all the way down because it's a snapshot picture. It says the item had a mark on during its final inspection. In other words, every time I get something before it gets shipped out, I do a final inspection on it. If it's electronics, clothing, whatever, I always like to give it the once over. I'm glad I did, because if I would have sent this out with the mark on it, it would have went to the buyer. The buyer would have received it and it said, hey, I received your item today and it has a mark on it. I'd like to return and get a refund. Now, either or, it's like damned if you do and damned if you don't, you're going to get stuck with a defect, okay? Because now now it becomes a return. So I figured, in order to avoid that return from the buyer, I figured, hey, let me contact them, let me cancel out the order, and explain to the buyer what happened, and this way, it's working between me and the buyer, right? Of course, eBay's going to intervene. They're like the middlemen there. They're going to, like the referee. Okay, what's your side of the story? What's your side of the story? Well, and then they make the final decision. Not good. Okay. But anyway, when you put in for a request for a defect, they give you the options here. Buyer requested to change or cancel the order. eBay or PayPal cancel the order. Disruption outside of my control. Example: severe weather, hospitalization, fire, flood, etc. Maybe I should have used that instead of doing the other. But I was trying to be forthcoming and being upfront and honest and tell them what had actually happened. But as you can see there, this is the final result right here. Okay. Now, in order to find out if you got defects or if you got returns, most likely you're going to know, all right, because it's your account. The way to get to those defects is to do it this way. I'm going to take you right down. I'm going to show you how I got to find out where I am. What you're going to do is you're going to go to a window here. You're going to go to your I go to the cell window, of course. You're going to click on where your account is. You're going to go to the account settings. Okay. My computer's running a little slow. Sorry about it. I got quite a bit of windows open up there. And then what you want to do is go to your seller dashboard. I believe it is. Again, let me make sure here. I'll tell you in a second. Yep, seller dashboard. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to scroll down to where it says transaction defect rate. Okay, you're going to click this on here, the little arrow. It's going to bump you over here. Now, it'll say below standard, above standard, top rated. Okay, 3 or less. It says sellers that haven't sold many items can still meet the requirements based on the quantity instead of the percentage. And then they break it down defective, percentage rate, 0.57, whatever. If you want to get the full report, once you get to the defect rate, you're going to go to the full report. It's going to give you the listings of the things that are returned, have been removed or are pending. Now, you can see here, these here were removed. Why? Because I had fought these here with eBay, and I told them that there's nothing wrong with it. The buyer sent it back. They said they were getting ready to send it back, and they decided to keep it. They opened up a case, and then they decided to renege on it. The same thing with this here. All right. So as you can see, the transaction was removed on those two. That's why they're grayed out. Where these two with the orange markings over here are transactions with defects. Now, first off, I have a message from the buyer. Okay, what the story was with the Breville stainless steel coffee maker here is it was a local pickup. I had a paper. Matter of fact, I had the paperwork right here. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's right over here. I print out the transaction detail sheets. I always do it on the on PayPal, which that's why I love PayPal, because it gives your name, the address, it even puts the buyer's number on it. Not that you're going to call them up, but in this particular case, it does, and it'll have all the information, everything I need. And I always highlight it, if it's a New York State sales tax or whatever, which this was. And again, it was local pickup. The guy was about maybe 20 minutes away from me, 15-20 minutes away. What happened was with this here, with the Breville, he came by to pick it up in the morning. He called me up. I don't care, my number's there. I believe it is. Yeah, it's because he called me up. And he asked me would it be okay if I can come by sometime in the morning. So he came around maybe between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. I said, yeah, that's no problem. Come on by. I'm here. So he comes by, he picks up the unit, he comes into the house, he checks it out. He said, yeah, this is it, this is what I got to sell, and stuff like that. He asked me if I could do like a brief test on it. I said, you want me to do it? He goes, nah, second thought. He goes, I'll take it home. He goes home, picks it up, leaves my house, brings it home at his house. Maybe about hour later, I get a phone call from him saying, hey, Rich, this thing doesn't work. I'm like, what? What do you mean it don't work? I just tested it out. I always do final inspections prior, before it even goes up on eBay. It's tested over and over again, and then before it leaves the premises, it gets tested again just to make sure there's nothing faulty going on. You never know with electronics, right? So anyway, he goes, I'm gonna need to send this back to you. I go, I'd like to return it. I go, what's the problem? He goes, it's not working. It's not the light wasn't coming on. The illumination there to see the screen, because it was like push button, right? And he's going on, telling me all this stuff. He said, okay, yeah, bring it back. You did through PayPal, I'll refund you. And there was nothing wrong with it. He just didn't know how to use it. So of course, eBay's going to take the buyer's side. And matter of fact, let's go back over here again to the site here. First, look, this is the feedback he left me. Very good eBayer. Rich is a gentleman and a pleasure to do business with. Thanks. And you can see it's for the Breville stainless steel coffee maker, right? And then it goes over here on this one. In regards to this, it says eBay customer support has made a final decision. We have processed the refund for the buyer. The refund amount for $88 and 1 penny will be recovered from you by eBay. It says receive the tracking information from the buyer. It says the return address. Final decision. The case was decided in the buyer's favor. Okay. Then it goes on to say transaction information. Any remaining funds from this PayPal transactions are available, which was none. So they worked in his favor. Now, in regards to people asking, or they may be wondering how long it takes to get these things off, the defects. Here's another one here. I just did a Google search on it. It says 12 months. Defects don't last forever. They only stay for 12 months on your account. Whereupon you are automatically removed by eBay. If you have a defects over 12 months old, you need to contact customer service about it. The defect stays on your account. It isn't just counted from the 20th of the 13th month. The 13th month of the following is a defect. Well, following defect, whatever. But this is what I did here. Like I said, I just did a basic a Google search on it, and that's what they said. It stays on for 12 months. Now, getting back over here with eBay again, to find out the information here as to where you stand, if you click on the little dot here, it'll tell you. It'll just bring you to that transaction thing there. It'll tell you over here, you canceled this transaction eBay because you were out of stock. It wasn't out of stock. That's the thing. It was not out of stock. It got damaged, or well, that's the only option they give you at times. Was the item damaged or whatever, and that's how it was with that. This one here, this says cases closed without seller resolution. This is from January 20th of this year. Actually, I sold this to the gentleman. Well, it came January 19, 2020. That's why I like to say the transaction detail. I put little notations on here. Okay, this was a local pickup. So I think if it's 12 months, this was purchased on January 19th. I'm thinking January 19th of 2021, that should come off. If not, then I got to call up eBay and say, hey, what's the deal with this here? Could you please remove that there? And then with this one over here, as I told you, with the Fashion Queen nautical dress blouse, that has been denied. In other words, they're not going to do anything with that. Okay, plain and simple. So that's where I stand with that. Anyway, let's go back to the screen here for eBay. We did enough with this here. Oh, let me go here. Let me go back over here again. I'm sorry. I'm going to show you. I think I showed you how to get there to this part here. As far as like all the things that they have, I mean, it's like menu on top of menu. I tell you the truth, I was driving myself crazy trying to find the information to share with you guys. Look at over here. You got seller performance and feedback policy. Then you got over here seller performance manipulation policy. And then you got the requests for removal, right? And I'm going to show you how to go about that. Now, these are the two that were popping up over here. This says over here, this isn't eligible for removal. Now, I hope that's going to be gone this January 20th or January 19th. That's when this thing was being processed. This one here, it says I already sent the, you already sent a request in for it. Got denied, of course. Okay, and then it gives you the defect: transaction canceled for being out of stock. Wasn't out of stock. And this one here says case is closed without seller resolution. I contacted the buyer. This was between me and the buyer. On both of these here was between me and the buyer. So I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, if you come across that, you find that you got a defect, what you would do is you come over here to the request assistant. You would click it on, and it's going to give you these options here. Okay, you got request to remove feedback, request to remove defects, request a selling limit increase, report an issue with a buyer. So if you come over here and click this on, it's going to tell you already I did it. It would give you options. Okay, you would give the option on there, and then you would say there, like the options I showed you before, which would be over here. Where is it? Whoops, where is it? Over here. These would be. This is the options. Once you request a removal to remove defects, these are the options. Okay, so it'll say buyer requested to change or cancel the order. eBay or PayPal cancel the order. Disruption outside disruption outside of my control. Examples: severe weather, hospitalization, fire, flood, etc. Okay, and then technical issues on eBay. If it's an eBay situation, it should automatically come off. Okay, and then the other one is other. That's the choices you're going to get when you click on request to remove defects. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now the whole premise and behind this video is so you guys don't get in problems with this here. These things are not my fault. Like I said, with the buyer, with the Breville, he brought it back. He said it did not, it doesn't work. It does work. It was resold. It's not here. And saying, well, the shirt, like I said, that is going to be discarded because, like I said, it has a mark on it. But I'm just putting this out there so, to help you guys out. Hopefully you won't have to go through that. Then I got over here, look at this, eBay puts this thing out. A defect removal. What is a defect? A defect is a part of a transaction that eBay considers to have created a bad shopping experience for buyers. Folks, these things can happen. Okay? You could be on your way. You could be packaging a box up and getting ready to ship it off to the post office, right? You could walk, if it's something fragile, whatever, let's say it's a glass, a vase, or whatever it may be, or even electronic component, and you could be walking, all of a sudden, boom, you trip, you fall on the box, you crush it. Whatever you're going to do. I mean, they got to take this in consideration. They can't always, penalize you and give you a defect that's going to sit on your account for 12 months or better. It depends. I think right now they say 12 months, but suppose it protracts it to that. With eBay always changing things around, who's to say it can last 2 years, whatever? Who knows? I don't know. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys posted at the end of January of this year, for the new year, I should say, for 2021, and see what happens if that comes off. If it does, I will keep you guys posted, updated. And then it goes on to say here, a transaction can get a defect in two ways: when the seller cancels a transaction out of stock, if the seller is unable to resolve it through a resolution center, or eBay, PayPal steps in, and the seller is found responsible. Now, I didn't even contact eBay for this here. I was working this out with the blouse. This is regarding the blouse. I was working it out with the buyer. I just told the buyer, I can't sell it to you. She messaged me back, can you please cancel out the order and refund me? That's what I did. She's been refunded. So I don't know what that's all about. Then it goes on to say here, a seller's transaction defect rate is a percentage of their total transactions they had either a defect. Note that these defects or other measures how satisfied your buyers were with the transaction. We don't count more than one defect per transaction. Then they also have automatic defect removal. They should have removed it. There was really no discrepancy between the buyer. I explained to the buyer. The buyer said, can you please cancel the order, refund me? And I did. So then it goes on to say here, certain transaction defects received for reasons beyond the seller's control will be automatically removed from the seller's performance stance and feedback profile. For example, the buyer did not pay for the order and unpaid, the item is recorded against the buyer. Okay, on an eBay money-back guarantee or PayPal purchase protection request is ruled in the seller's favor. These are the things they're talking about for automatic defect removal. Defect, what do you call it? It says, yeah, the defect was the direct result of an eBay issue, a site issue, or eBay and an eBay program error. Okay, then it goes on to say eBay takes action on a buyer for the activity that violates the buyer policy, buyer practicing policy. And it goes on. You can read more into this if you choose to do so. Okay, that's one thing they got. Let me close out of that one there. So I'm not going to read too much into this here, the seller performance. You guys could read that there. But seller performance manipulation. I, I mean, this is crazy. I mean, it's like, with this particular one here, it says we use seller performance stands to help sellers track their performance on eBay and give the prospective buyers confidence that they are dealing with the sellers who can provide excellent service. 100% top rated seller, power seller. I don't know what more I could do, I mean, I try to reach out to eBay, and I tell you the truth, in regards to this here, eBay, after they sent me that notification that I showed you guys, they had the audacity to ask for a customer service feedback. And I have to honestly say, I'm not going to tell you what I'd written in there, but they got a 1-star from me. I have to honestly say, again, them a 1-star rating because I was not happy with the way they did this here. I always felt that eBay, and in the past, you would hear that eBay from other sellers, that eBay always catered to the buyers, okay, and they weren't much for the sellers. But now with the new full seller update that came out for 2020, they have these things in place now for seller protection. Now, I'm not saying, when it comes to, eBay taking action against the seller, there are many reasons. If I did something wrong, if I didn't do it, if I was if I was writing up a description and I left some information out there, maybe I forgot, like let's say that radio again, maybe I didn't put that and had a crack on it, or maybe the screen was broken, or whatever it may be, and I send it out like that haphazardly, not paying attention, I can understand getting a negative feedback and not even getting removed because, hey, it was done not deliberately, but it just happened to work out that way. It was what do you call it, an error on my part, and therefore I got to pay for it. And the thing is, even when you get a negative feedback, the way I understand it, unless it's changed, the date that you get it, let's say today is December 29, 2020, that would stay on for a whole year, and it'd come off December 29th, 2021. I'm just saying as an example, because they stay on for a month. Now, in some cases with negative feedbacks, you can get them removed. Okay? You can get them removed if eBay finds that you're in the right. And that's why I said, whenever you're doing a description, folks, it's like, for example, I'm going to use this radio again. Before I write it up, before I actually list it, I should say, I will look at this thing up and down, sideways, all 4 corners, and I will look very intense and close at this thing and make sure that when I write the description, I could put down this thing is in excellent condition. Okay, if it had a scratch or a ding or a dent on it, whatever it may be, it's got to be noted in your description, because what happens when you send this thing out, you're saying it's in 1A perfect condition, the buyer is going to get it, especially if it's not well packaged, it could arrive damaged. It's going to make you look bad. And there, I have to honestly say, with a certain circumstance like that, I deserve to get the negative feedback from the buyer, because, even though you say, well, you could innocently forgot to, you had the intention to, it just slipped your mind. It's true. Things like that can happen. It could slip your mind. But for the most part, every time I do a listing with a description, I always hold the item in front of me and I will look it over intensely, like I said, and make sure everything is there, every nook and cranny I go through to make sure that that thing is going to, the way it's described is the way, if it's described in excellent condition or very good condition, that's the way it's got to be. So that, it's got to be buyer satisfaction like that. In other words, that's why if you look at my feedback and say item as described, good seller, item as described. If you look at my feedbacks, and I say this in all my videos, a lot, not all the time, but when it comes up, I always tell people, if you're going to buy from me, please take the time and look at my feedbacks prior to making any purchases from me. See what other buyers have to say. Okay? And if I'm sure you're going to be very happy and content with the stuff I do. I work with my buyers. Okay? You guys out there, for buyers, I don't know if there are any repeat buyers. I believe I do have some repeat buyers. You guys are my number one priority. I said it many times over, and I'll keep on saying it. You guys are my number one priority. Okay? I will jump through hoops to make you satisfied, so to speak. No, really. I want you guys to be happy with the buying process from me. I don't want you to buy. I'm not a fly-by-night seller. I don't set up shop on the eBay's platform and grab people's money and then take off. I don't do stuff like that. I've been on eBay for over 20 years. You could check it out for yourself. Look at my feedback profile. It'll tell you July 30th, 1999. Still active today. You can check out my listings. Just go to shop-rjpasini- for great deals. Put a lot of dash because I didn't want to keep it one big word. But you can check it out for yourself. Okay? And read the feedbacks if you get a chance. Read the feedbacks. Okay? But anyway, you're going to get this. You could check out these listings, this information here by going to ebay.com, whatever, and you could find it yourself. Or just do like I would do if you can't. Just hit the seller performance, or just type in there Google seller performance manipulation policy in the Google search bar, and then you could pick out the one where you'll see the title in it. This is what you want. Okay. I don't want to expand so much. There's not really much to expand. I mean, I could just scroll down here like this here and save you the time and trouble, but there are active hyperlinks, and that's why for the most part I always tell people when it comes to active hyperlinks, you need to go directly to the site itself. So that's that one there. And again, the seller performance and feedback policy. If you're a person like me that wants to keep a good standing with eBay, follow the seller performance and feedbacks policy. Follow that stuff. Make sure you're doing the right thing. You're abiding by the rules and regulations and the community guidelines. Okay, but we're going to bump out of here. We're going to bump out of the manipulation one. I showed you how to get to request assistant for the removal to request removal defect. You could check that out. Okay, so far it's only showing those two. So and then again, this is the one we just talked about the defect removal. I went over that with you guys really quick, so we're going to bump out of here. Again, I got an extra window open up. It's got to be closed. And this is a little information about appeal a defect. Like I said, they got a lot of different subdirectories, directories and subdirectories, or whatever, windows in some cases, pull down menus. You can see so many different things on this topic. It just boggles the mind sometimes. This one here is appeal a defect. Okay, it goes over here. If a defect on your account is eligible to be removed, we will automatically remove it within 72 hours. If the defect isn't removed automatically, you may be able to appeal. Depending on your on the circumstances. Okay, and then it goes on to say defects will only impact your seller levels if they drop below a certain threshold. Okay, so for people who are out there who are power sellers like me or top rated sellers, keep this in mind. Your current, like this here is telling me right now, this here is attached to my account. Because how I know it is because when I go to click on seller dashboard, this hyperlinks me to my account, so it's kind of incorporated. This is pertaining to me right now, believe it or not. Even though you say, what does that have to do? It pertains to my account. So as you can see here, it goes on to say defects will impact only seller levels if they drop below a certain threshold. Your current seller level is top rated based off your current defect rate. Okay, if you were evaluated today, your seller level would be top rated. Your next evaluation will be on January 20th, 2021. You can view the detailed breakdown of your performance in the seller dashboard, and you would click that active hyperlink on there, and then you would read more into this here. Okay, let's see what else I got over here. We already talked about that, and we already talked about that as well. And then this person here, if you go to the eBay community chat board, which I recommend you do, this one here is archive selling. Now these stories came out 2015. Okay, but let me tell you something. I just want to share something really quick on this topic. I don't want to go too much on it. This person here goes on to say, I sold 2 widgets to a guy. I get a message from eBay that says one of them is bad. One of them is bad. Nothing shows at the resolution center, but above that is the return link. When I click on the return details, the amount of the cost of one item, half of the shipping of the item is only $15, and the other half of the shipping is $3. I don't want the item back, but I do want I don't want a defect. When I click on the details, on it, goes on to say here, this is what the person sees. select, okay, or reply. This is the one, I'll tell you the one I don't never deal with. I'll never click it on. It says accept the return. You pay for the shipping. You can send the item and send, yeah. And then it goes and send our return label, or on your own. And then it goes on to say wait to get the item back before you refund the buyer. And then the other one right below it is a no-no. I will never do that there. Never. It says refund the buyer. You fully refunded the buyer to close this request. The buyer keeps the item. Not going to happen. I'm not going to give a buyer, a person makes a purchase from me. If they don't want it, I offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. Send it back to me. I'm not going to let you keep it. In other words, you're going to want your money back because they're still telling you here. Refund the buyer. It says you fully refund the buyer to close this request. The buyer keeps the item. If we kept doing it all the time, we'd be at, there'd be a lot of money lost in some cases, depending on the value of the item you sold. Okay, and then the other, of course, offer a partial refund. I don't do any of that there. I'm not going to do any of that. Okay, look, with eBay, here's the thing with eBay. Okay, and I have to honestly say it. They have a what I don't like. Okay, and I could honestly say this with true conviction here as far as this part. Or should say affirmation, whatever. I don't like the way they put they incorporate other listings, sponsored listings within your listing. Now, again, I said it before once before. I did a little thing about it, just a little throw it out there. It's like me leasing property from a dealer, a used car dealer. Okay, he's got this property. I'm going to lease this property off of him, whatever. I'll pay him monthly rent, and I'm going to put my cars on that property that I lease from this guy, right, the owner. Now, he comes by and he says, "Hey, Rich, I know I lease this property out for you to sell your used cars. However, I got some cars too I want to put on the lot." In other words, I'm paying that gentleman to lease the property so I could sell my car. I'm not doing that, but I'm just using as an example to sell my cars. And now he's telling me he wants to put his cars on my lot, so it's a double win for him. Okay, he gets paid every month from me, plus he gets to sell cars on the property that I'm leasing from him. That's crazy, and that's almost the same thing with eBay. Seriously, if you look at your listings, type in your listings, and then scroll by. Right, I'll do it right now. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, if you want to read more into this here, just go to the eBay community chat board. Let's go over here to eBay. Let's get out of here. I want to show you what I'm referring to because you probably don't know. If I don't explain it right, you might not get the full gist of it. Let me just get a little swig of water here. Okay, now I'm going to get an item. I'm just going to pick an item here. I'm going to go to my cell here and just pick an item, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And you tell me if you're okay with this, because I'll be honest with you, I'm not. All right, I want to pick something here. Where's it here? My computer's running slow today. Come on, buddy. Where are you here? Is it still spinning around? Okay, I can see the little thing going back and forth up there. All right, here we go. Let's say I'm going to pick out this. I'll go with the Keurig. Okay, I'm going to print that. I'm going to go to that site. Now, here's the thing I want to show you. Keep this in mind when I'm about to tell you. Now, over here is what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm seeing this. This is over here. Now, take note. You're probably saying, "I understand." You're gonna see what I'm coming through. When you go to the bottom of the page, all right, this is my listing. Okay, it's on eBay's real estate. Okay, I paid for this though. I paid for this real estate. When you go to the bottom here, if you look, it says more to explore. Okay, now if you're a person that's very curious by nature, like I am, I like to read everything. I like to be very definitive in my reading. And I like to go down, I like to scroll all the way down to see what other stuff is popping up in here. Okay, now when you look over here, I know it's small lettering, and most likely people are not going to go to that extreme to read that stuff. You never know. I do. There are people that maybe not. They're sharing other stuff with you guys. Now here's the thing. Watch this. Watch this now. Okay. All right. This is my my listing. Now watch. Now, in order to see what I'm referring to, you need to sign out of your account. You need to sign out. Very important. Watch. See where it says my mouse cursor is? Hi, Richard. All right. I'm going to hit the sign out button. It only works when you sign out. Now, you go over here to eBay's homepage, right? Let's click this on here. Go to eBay's homepage. All right. There we are. I'm still not signed in. See what it says over here? Hi, Richard, sign in. I'm not signed in. All right. Now I'm going to paste that there. Where is it here? Let's try this again here. I know I copied it. Okay. That's my listing, right? You just seen it. This is all done live, by the way. Okay. Let's click search. Okay. Now, hold on. This is my listing. I know it is because that's the price and that's me right there. Okay. Now, check this out. I'm going to click it on. I'm signed out now. Mind you, I'm signed out. Well, it's supposed to be signed out. But this is right here, right? Now, see it says over here? Sign in. I'm not signed in. They're just saying hi. Now watch this. Here is my listing on eBay that I paid for where I got the store. Okay? Now, watch when I get to the description part. Okay, check this out. Again, this is me. See, Shop RJ Pasini for great deals. Check this out. All right, watch. My listing, my real estate, right? Here's the item specifics, right? Shop RJ Pasini for great deals. Here's a description. Watch this. Boom. Sponsored items based on your recent views. Now, I know you're saying, yeah, well, that's directed towards me. But I'm talking about somebody that's not, I'm not, like I said, I'm affiliated with this here because that's the item I'm selling. Okay? Sponsored items based on your recent views. They put these here. Okay? Keurigs. Now, this is a good way of losing business. And look over here. People who viewed this item also viewed this. So now I'm selling this item for $24.99 or $29.99. Let's say I was looking for this here, and I scrolled down and said, wow, look at this. Hey, you know what? I could get this same Keurig for $19.99. All right, but you got to look at all the details, though. All right, I charge shipping. This person's charging the same amount of shipping. It looks like $19.99 for shipping. But suppose you get somebody that's got a deal where it's free. Now you got to understand one thing, though. Keep this in mind. Even though they incorporated other sellers on your real estate, that's what I call it. You got to see what you have to offer, and you got to see what their thing is. Now this guy here is offering a coffee pot for $14, but look at his shipping, $35.81. Okay, and if you click these people on, I don't know if they're with best offers. I'm not going to get into that there because I'm not, whatever reason, I'm not going to go that route. And then you got over here. Now, here's the thing. More from this seller. Now, this is okay with this part because this here is these are all mine. I know they are. How I know? Because the pricing. And I upped this one here recently. And I know it's mine. I could tell by the way it is. But here's the point I'm getting across. eBay shouldn't throw other people's listings on there. No offense to you sellers out there, but I think you would feel the same way. I mean, this is a distraction. This can cause you to lose sales. Why not? And I could prove it to myself. I can't prove it to you guys. But I buy toner cartridges and ink. I buy toner cartridges for my laser print, my HP laser printer, and I buy ink cartridges for my HP 7520 all-in-one printer. I was looking for ink one day, okay? And I bought from this person a couple times, and it was basically the same thing. I went there like I'm doing, just like I am doing now, and I was all ready to hit the buy button, okay, buy it now button. And then I said, well, let me read the description. So I'm going down there, I'm looking at the description. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. I keep reading it. Oh, okay, this guy seems good. I like his return policy, his feedback, and whatever. And I said, well, let me go all the way. And then I said, what? Sponsored items based on your recent views. So what do you think I did? Somebody was offering something better. I was all ready to click to hit that button to buy that from that first one, from that first buyer. Well, I do my research, but from that particular buyer, because I did enough research, searching around, hunting and pecking, so to speak. So I said, this guy seems good, right? I'm going to buy from him. I like the way he is, top rate, sell a lot of stuff. And when I looked, and then when I came down, and then when I, just like this here, when I came down, I said, this guy's selling it, same thing, same exact thing, cheaper. You know, he's got a better price. I'm going for him. What happened? That seller, who I was originally going to hit that buy it now button, lost the sale from me. Okay, he lost the sale from me. Some other seller made a deal, got business. But this is what I don't like. Okay, see, and remember, I'm not signed in. Look over here. Look on my mouse cursor. You see it moving up here to the upper left? I'm not signed in. That's the thing I'm talking about. When I sign in, which I'm going to do now, and we're going to go back again and do that, I'm signed in. Hi, Richard. See, I'm signed in. Or else, if I wasn't, it would say that because it also says sign out. Now we're at that same listing. Let's refresh it. Matter of fact, let's refresh it. Let's go. Let's go to a whole new window here. If I can get it, it's going back and forth. This computer runs slow for some reason. I don't know. I guess I got too much stuff opened up at the bottom of my task manager. All right. It's taking a little time to go there. What I want to do is recycle it. Just want to refresh the page and go back to eBay's homepage. Let's see if I can do it anyway. Maybe, okay, well, still let me do it. All right. Now, I redid the page, refreshed it. You can see we're not on that now. Now, I'm going to take the same thing I copied and paste. I'm going to paste it, and we're going to go over here again. We're going to click this one on. This is mine. And we're going to go down again because now I'm seeing this. I'm signed into my account. This is what I'm seeing. You don't see those. You don't see those listings, but the only thing you do see is more to explore. Now, people may say, well, maybe that's how the other buyers are seeing it. I don't know. I don't think so. I signed out. Okay, I mean, I'm completely signed out unless I just go to a whole new completely window, a new eBay window, which I could do, I guess. But I mean, I was signed out. So this is the part. This is the part that bothers me with eBay. Now, if I'm wrong, and if somebody wants to correct me on it, please do. I'm always open for suggestions, and I like to hear new things what people have to say. You know, you want to comment below and tell me what you think about that. Please let me know because I'm curious to hear what you have to say. But for the most part, to me, unless I'm doing this wrong, it doesn't seem right. Okay, it's like I'm not saying eBay's hiding anything when you're checking your own listings out, but you know, why would you put sponsored or similar? Now, the similar items is one thing. Now, if they're saying I like the one I do like at the very bottom, they show you more from the seller, which is good. Now, most of the time, people might say, well, how many times do you think people will actually buy from there or go all the way down to the bottom? I don't know. I do. I do, because I like to see what they have to offer. And you guys should do the same thing. Okay? But anyway, I'm not going to expand too much on this topic with that. Again, if you think if I'm wrong on how I'm, explaining this stuff to you guys, please message me back, or I should say, leave a comment below, and let me know what you think. Because to me, that's the way I'm seeing it. All right, I'm going to break for now. I don't know if I'm going to do the reseller news. I know I keep saying it all the time. This is the Let's Talk eBay segment. I hope you guys got a takeaway from this. I really do. For those who are subscribers, I hope you got a takeaway from this. And please remember one thing. This YouTube channel, for all intents and purposes, is to help inspire and share. I call it the His Initiative. Okay? I want you guys to be inspired. I want to help you, and I want to share information with you guys. I don't want to take your time up, not intentionally. I hope you don't take this as a waste of time. I know you're busy. I know your time is valuable, just like mine. But I do the research. Let me take this off for a second. I do the research so you guys don't have to. Okay? I don't mind taking the time out of my day. That's what I'm all about. That's what this YouTube channel is all about. I have other YouTube channels, by the way, but this is my main one. This is the one I'm trying to grow. I'm hoping I can get this channel to hit 1,000 subscribers before the year ends, before the new year. But it doesn't sound like it's going to happen. But I'll tell you what. You know what? What's that old saying? Slow but steady wins the race, right? I'm not worried about it. I mean, I would love to see it hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. That'd be great. But you know what? It will grow in time, and it eventually will get there. I like to keep everything, when it comes to growing this YouTube channel, I say it all the time, not all the time, but sometimes my videos, keep it real, keep it simple, and let the channel grow organically. Let it grow organically. And, as time goes on, people will, hit your channel and say, hey, this guy seems like he's a pretty cool guy. Let me see what he's all about. And then maybe people may not like the content. I don't know. But I put it out there, folks. And, no matter how long it takes to grow this channel, I like to get it to hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of subscribers someday. Who knows? That's just a dream. We all have dreams, right? I dream of becoming a successful YouTuber and or a successful eBayer. But it is what it is, and all we could do is just keep doing what we're doing. Stay vigilant. Don't let things deter you. You got one life to live. Enjoy it and do the things that you love to do. I love creating videos. Okay, I love creating videos. I love selling on eBay. I get a little upset with them at times because I don't like certain things, the way they handle their procedures. But it is their website, and again, it's like that old saying: if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, so to speak. Go elsewhere. Then that's all I could do. I mean, for me, I'm talking for me. I'm not telling you guys, but for me, if things bother me that much, and I say, oh, well, what am I going to do? If you don't like it, go to a different platform. But I mean, I've been with eBay for over 20 years. I have a lot of time vested into this company, as far as being with them. So I don't really want to, like people say, oh, why don't you, if you feel that way, maybe you might want to go to a different platform, close your account. It took over 20 years for me to do that there. I'm not going to just, throw the towel in and say, that's it, I'm done. I'm more of an optimist than a pessimist. Will 2021 be a better year for selling eBay? I don't know. I'm hoping. I'm going to stay. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing my videos too. I'm going to keep putting out good information out there for you guys. Look, before I close this out, I just want to say this in regards to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I do not discuss religion or politics, and there's no profanity on this channel. I consider it a kid-safe channel, to be honest with you. Okay, that's not what my channel is all about. I'm not saying for other creators out there, and there's a lot of great YouTube creators out there, because I want to keep my channel, clean and in line with YouTube, and I want to do the right thing by people. I'm not saying it's better. It makes my YouTube channel better than theirs, but I like to do things a little different, in that regard. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. If you like this video and you got a takeaway from it and some of the information was helpful, I know I seem like a little all over the place. I'm just trying to get the information out to you guys the best I can. I get Google alerts every day from different companies, Amazon, Macari, Poshmark. I mean, I could be here for hours on end hitting those topics, but I don't. I'll say that for the reseller news. This is the Let's Talk eBay. And with the Let's Talk eBay, in case you're wondering, people say, oh, what's the difference between reseller news and Let's Talk eBay? One, the Let's Talk eBay is basically when I have a personal situation that had arisen on eBay and I want to share with my viewers, okay, or subscribers. The reseller news also deals with, e-commerce. It could be a little of everything, a little eBay, a little about Poshmark, Macari, or Amazon, whatever. I try to cover the whole gamut of what's going on in the e-commerce world, and to keep you guys out there abreast of what's going on. Okay, so that's why I do the reseller news. There is a little differentiation here. People say, well, you can just keep it all at one thing and just call Let's Talk eBay. I could do that too, but I like to differentiate it that way. Reseller news. People see the reseller news. Okay, I'm going to go to reseller news. I want to know what's going on. Let's Talk eBay is more like on a one-to-one level, So if you guys have any situations similar to what I'm going through and you want to drop a comment below and share it with us, that'd be great. If you don't, that's fine, okay? If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated to when I post that new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. You're watching Let's Talk eBay for December 29th, 2020. I'm wishing you guys all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.